Good morning. I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's. It is Monday morning. I am headed to work. I am actually headed to Hermiston, Oregon, which is 3 hours away from here. And I'm gonna go out there. I got a lot of work to do out there. Plus I'm training a new guy how to run that plant. So trying to get him up to speed. So I'll be out there for all this week and maybe next week. So when I get out there, I'll bring you guys back and I will be showing you what I'm going to be doing and stuff like that. So I'll see you when I get out there. Well, I made it to the plant. I'm going to get out, put my PPE on, and we can go walk around. I got to go put a part on a mixer real quick, and I'll show you that, and then we'll show you around. Well, one of the drivers asked me if I could fix his vibrator on his chute, so I had to go get a new fitting. So I'll see if I can get that put on and hopefully it works for him. So here's the back of the mixer. There's a vibrator right here. This air line here broke off, so I got a new fitting. I'm gonna see if I can get this new fitting put on. And hopefully this works here. Try and do this with one hand. We don't have very many mechanics coming out here, so really far, so they would come out here when something's really broke. So I figured I would just put this on and see if I can make it work for him. All right, well, we'll see what he says when he comes back in, and hopefully that works for him. So I'm walking over here to the field hopper, got it turned on, and so as you can see, there's a bunch of crap on the bottom. So there's a wiper up on the head roll up there that it doesn't either have one or it's wore out. So I got to work on that. So last week before New Year's, I took and replaced that wiper there. All you do is take these bolts out. They're actually redheads, they don't have any bolts here. And I had to push it down and put those in and tighten them up. So that's good there. But now it's just keeping everything down on the bottom. So I'm gonna probably go get my harness on, so I'm gonna go get the man lift and get up on top and see what I can find up there. So my plans have changed for a little bit. We gotta wait till we get our 3 yards out before I can start working on that belt. But here's the office. This is what the office looks like here. It almost looks like an airport terminal. So here's the yards. We have 3 yards for today. And then this is the batch panel. So the new batch guy, he's on the loader right now, filling up the plant, putting enough in there to do those 3 yards. And then when we're done with that, we could drain the plant, and then I can start working on this thing. So I haven't done a work video in a while, so I figured since I'm out here this week, I'd bring you guys along and kind of show you what I'm doing out here. I've done some stuff out here in my previous videos a while back ago, so if you haven't seen that, you can check that out. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys out here, bring you along. Well, we got our 3 yards for the day done, so I'm gonna bring you guys with me in the loader. We can get this plant drained and I can get to working on that belt. I know it's not a whole lot we're going on today, but got to get some kind of content out. Not sure I can Hopefully you guys can see like that. Take you guys for a ride. It's kind of fun when you're busy, load and plant all day. Wait for this guy to move out of the way, get underneath there. So just a question, have you guys ever been to a concrete plant or been by a concrete plant? What's up?
It sounds dry as fuck, but we're gonna find out because it's still running.
Oh, okay.
Doing the verify thing, it must be enough for 3.5. So I might as well just let it run, fucking get what the slump is, have them add the water, pull forward, let you do your thing. What is that?
It's my YouTubing.
Oh, you're YouTubing? Nice!
Say hi.
I thought it was a body cam.
No, I don't have a mount, so I got to put it in my shirt. Nice. I just have you propped up in my sweatshirt by my neck because I don't have anything to put on my helmet or my chest. So hopefully this comes out. When we get this plant drained, I'm going to go ahead and park the loader and go get my harness, and we'll go get that man lift. And I'll move that belt all the way over to the other side of the plant. Hopefully that man lift will get in there. Most of the time what I do is I'll just fill one bin up and I'll lock the plant out, and I'll just jump in the bin and do what I need to do up on the head rolls that way.
Give me 5, Alexis. Don't pull forward so you guys can start your thing. Please and thank you.
Well, my goal for 2026 is to put out more content for you guys. So if I have to do some more work videos, I can do that. So it looks like this is pea rock. Pea rock is about the size of a pea, really small. We'll go dump it. So here in Hermiston, it gets really cold at night, so we always drain the plant at the end of the day. So when we come in the mornings, we can get everything started, and we can run the belts, make sure our gates open up, because you don't want to put frozen material in a bin with frozen gates, or you're not going to be able to open it. So we just want to make sure that the bins open up before we put material in it. We got about 100 yards tomorrow, so I'll spend a little more time on the loader here, filling up the plant. Bring you guys along too. So it looks like this is going to be sand. It was only 3.5 yards, so it didn't take much. A lot of sand for 3 yards.
Yeah, I put a little bit too much on there.
But let me know in the comments if you guys like my work videos. If you want to see a little more, if you don't want to see any. So I go at an angle like this so I can get the sand that I need in the bucket, so I don't have to keep making a bunch of trips. All right. I can always tell when he's done because he turns the belt off. So the one that's in the office now, he's the one I'm training. He's only 20 years old. So he's probably the youngest that we've ever had as a plant operator. The other guy that we had here, we let go a couple weeks ago. So that's why I'm here training him up. He was the loader operator out here. So he wanted to try that position. So we're gonna give him a chance. So I'm all harnessed up. We're gonna walk down to this man lift and see if it'll start. It's been sitting since before New Year's. So we'll see if it'll even start. I got a jump box here, just in case it don't start. Hopefully this man lift will get up where I need it, because it's just a straight boom and doesn't have it to where it bends by the basket. So we'll see if it'll work. Let's see. Come down over here. Wait for the lights to go off. Oh. Alright, well, it's not going to start. Put you guys on my shirt, hopefully you guys can see. Alright, turn it on here. These jump boxes are pretty good. They'll jump a mixer completely dead. All right, turn that off. Quick. Take you guys up in the air. up. Trying to get up here to see what kind of tools I need. Slide us over. Need to bend the basket. Okay. So, let me get you guys out of my shirt here real quick. So, this is the wiper. It's not really, it is a wiper, but it's not a wiper. Usually the other wipers, they just come along here and they fit up against the belt and they're on a tension. This one here, this is just a piece of rubber that you put on tight and then it'll wear out. So you always have to come up here and adjust it. So I'm gonna go down, get me some tools, and come back up here so we can replace it. I went ahead and moved that wiper. So this is what it looks like. It's got slots on the back of it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new one out of something better, because this is just a piece of rubber that's probably not gonna last long. So we'll get down there at the bottom and I'll go get the piece that we need and we'll start making a new one. Alright, well I'm going to take us up and I'll show you guys that wiper I put on. So I put the new wiper on and it looks pretty good. Hopefully it's not going to last forever. I ordered a new wiper for it, a regular wiper that's supposed to go on these. So that'll do for now until I get one. So all I did was took the old one off, punched some holes, and rebolted it in with that bracket, and it should work for now. So I just picked up this electric motor from the Connex. It's our water pump. So we got to keep two, one for an extra one in case the other one goes bad. So this one went bad, so we had to take the other one, hook it up. So now I got to take this one in to Hermiston and have it rebuilt. So that's where I'm going to be heading here in a minute. Good morning. It's the next day here in the Hermiston plant. I'm going to take you guys around and show you our morning duties we have to do before we start up, because it's always cold out here and we don't want nothing to freeze up. So we're going to go through and hook all the water lines up, and I'll take you guys through that process. So every morning when we get here, we have to hook our water lines back up, because if we don't, everything's going to freeze. So this is our big water tank here, and it looks like it's like 120, almost 120 degrees. So we didn't turn the heater on last night since we're not really using hot water today. Don't want to burn up through the propane. So all you gotta do is just that's just recycling the water through to keep that from freezing up. And then these are all the water lines we have to hook up here. It's kind of dark out here, so we gotta hook that up, hook these up. So and then there's our main water pipe here and our pump. So let me get these hooked up and I'll show you. Alright, I got that one hooked up. That one's already hooked up. And we'll come over here to the plant. So this hose is going to be hooked up to this one. And then that hose is going to be hooked up to that one. Alright, I got those two hooked up there. Now I'll just come back here, turn the water on to it. Just this one, I think. Okay, so everything is hooked up here. Now we're going to go down here. I got a couple valves down here I got to hook up or close off here. So this valve here I got to close off. That's closed. This in here I gotta close off. Okay, that one is closed. That one is closed. So this one's closed. This one kind of drains everything from up here, down, and over. And then all I'll do now is I'll go over here, I'll get the radial stopper belt rolling, try to get all the frost off of it, get it heated up. So when you put material in there, it won't slip. One thing about having a turn the key on. An outside plant, you kind of got to drain everything and got to get everything going. Sorry it's dark, you guys. It's 5 o'clock out here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get this loader running. And then let it run for a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and start loading the plant up with material. Belts on. All right, well, I'll see you guys here in a minute. All right, I'm already in the loader, so I'm gonna go ahead and start loading the plant up. There's 2 different orders today. One order is just all sand only, and then the other order is 3/4 crushed and sand. So depending on what the mix is, it's what the material calls for. So, and then this number where the belt is now, I'm just going to put a bucket of 3/4 crushed in that bin, and then the 2, 3, and 4, those are our regular bins for our regular stuff like sand, 3/8, and the 3/4 round. Put you guys back in my shirt here. All right. So I'm gonna grab this 3/4 crushed first. I'm glad you guys get to hang out with me today. So this first load's at 10 yards with this 3/4 crushed. So I'm going to probably put a bucket and a half in there because it's probably going to take like 16,000 pounds, and this bucket only holds probably 10 or so. Yeah, usually when these piles are frozen, because they're right here in the weather, I just got to scoop it up and dump it. Either that or grab a hold of the top of it and drag the rock back to get all the chunks loose. Because you don't want to put any chunks in the hopper because it'll plug up. Then you got to get out there with a torch, try to unthaw it. All right, well, that's that. Then I'll go ahead and go get the sand while that's going up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bucket and just dump it. Try to get some fresh stuff. Because it's been raining out here and being cold, So all the top layer is just completely saturated. So I just want to kind of get to the bottom of it a little bit, stir it up. Move the belt over. So if you guys can see, it says number 4. That's the bin, that's the overhead that the sand goes into, and number 3 is a 3/8. And I just put the 3/4 crushed in the number 1, and the 3/4 round is going to go in the number 2, but we're not using that today. And then we also have 1.5" crushed also, but we mainly use that for paving mix. Actually, I screwed up. Number 3 is our sand. Number 4 is our 3/8. It's different out here. Our regular plants, our other 2 Conocos we have, the bins are also different, so it kind of confuses you when you go to different plants. And the reason why we have the sand in one bin specifically is because it has a moisture probe in it, so it'll read how much water to add when they load. So the sand drops on the probe while it weighs up, and it tells that how much moisture is in the sand to determine how much water to put in the load, if that makes any sense. So we want to keep the sand just in one bin only. The other bins we can move around for a different material. Holds about 4 to 5 bucket loads depending on how big your bucket is. So the second load that's going out today is all sand only. It's a CDF, so they're filling in holes or in ditches or whatever. So it's just sand, and then a little bit of cement, and then a lot of a slag. So slag is it's like a filler for powder. It doesn't for regular cement powder. The strength isn't as hard, so that's why they use a little bit of cement and then a lot of slag when they do CDF, ditch fill stuff. So feel free to leave me any comments. There's about 100 yards of this CDF going out, so we're just going to pretty much concentrate on this sand. It's not too cold today, so the belt's nice and dry. But last week, before New Year's, it was 20 degrees out here, and I had problems feathering that material through the hopper there because the belt would stick because there's no gripping on the head roll to grip it. So when it's cold out here, we just kind of have to feather the material in until it warms up a little bit. So that's one thing that sucks about wintertime. I'm just going to put this bucket in and we'll let it go, see how full it's going to get. We don't want to overfill the plant, nor we don't want to keep material in the hopper. Because if you do that and they run out of something else, then we're kind of screwed. So we just want to make sure that the hopper is empty. If we add a little more, we will. Just kind of slide the belt back and forth a little bit, stack it up in there. This hopper's got a vibrator on it too, so I'll hit the button a couple times, try to break it free, whatever is left in there. All right, looks like it's empty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of move it over a little bit. I can't see it yet up over the top, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab another bucket. And this loader does have an automatic leveling for the bucket. So if you dump it like all the way and you bring the lever back to where it clicks, it'll automatically bring it back to the level position. So that's kind of nice too. So you don't have to worry about trying to dig in. Well, I'm all done here at Hermiston for the week. I'm gonna end the video here, and don't forget to like, subscribe, make a comment, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next video.